Alright guys, 22 Greenhouse here. I am going to do some kind of a special video. It's not going to be a let's play, it's just going to be a quick tutorial about how to use PokeGen, Pokemon Generator. So I'm going to open the stuff up. Here we go. So here's Pokemon Generator. So make sure that you use the right game. So I'm going to be doing black and white because I downloaded an update for black and white 2. But just make sure it's black and white because I don't really have black and white 2 yet. I'm just upgrading it for when I get the game later. So pretty much what you're going to do is make sure that the game is, black and white of course, and then choose whatever Pokemon you want. You can choose from any Pokemon that exists around here. So let's see, let's go for maybe a, I don't know. Let's go for a Nidoking actually. You can put whatever level you want. I prefer to put level 100. Nicknames, you could put that if you want to. Make sure you have the check mark on it and give it something random like Baragon, I guess. That's from the Godzilla enemy that looks just like Nidoking. This PID box right here, leave it blank because it will generate a PID number for you after you complete your Pokemon, so it's automatic. Here are the natures you can put down, so whatever nature you want to give it, go ahead and do so. I'll give it the timid nature, I guess. So held item, you can give whatever item you want, doesn't really matter. Happiness, this is if you want to use a move like return or frustration, doesn't really matter, but let's just put 255 because that's the maximum you could put. Ability, this one you have to make sure it's the correct ability because if you don't put the correct ability, it won't count as a legitimate Pokemon. It would just be a hacked Pokemon, and then you couldn't use it for random matchup for Wi-Fi battling and stuff like that. So make sure you got the correct ability. You can make a Ruby and you can make a Fire Red Leaf Green Nidoking or a Heart Gold Soul Silver Nidoking, but I'm gonna be doing a Black and White Nidoking. That way it's easier. So you can know, so that way you get an idea of how to make Dream World Pokemon. So I think its Dream World ability is Sheer Force. So let's go over to that right here. All right. You don't have to click the number ability because usually whenever I pick a Pokemon and I choose their ability, it could be like their second ability, and then I put number 1 and it doesn't make a difference. It still lets me use it in random Wi-Fi battling. Origin, let me move this up a bit. Origin, write down the game that it comes in. You can't really see white here, but it's all the way in the bottom, and there it is. Okay, here the genders they could put down, but of course Nidoking is always a male, so you can't really change that. Here is Egg and Shiny. I really want to mess around with Egg because I never like to use it. Shiny Pokemon, you could click on this if you want to make your Pokemon shiny, and then it wouldn't really matter if you click on this box or not. As long as you leave this blank, you could press on this, and then when you save your Pokemon, it becomes a shiny. I don't know why it says black and white 2 here, but it's still gonna say it's gonna be black and white no matter what. Poke Transfer right here is what you want to use if you're going to make a Pokemon from a previous generation, so that way it looks like it came from Johto or from Hoenn or Kanto, whatever. But since this is a Dream World Pokemon, you can only catch these guys in the entry forest. Make sure it's the correct Pokeball. You can put any one that, as long as it isn't Cherish, and as long as it's a Pokeball that you can actually obtain in black and white. So don't go for like one of the Apricorn balls because those only exist in Heart Gold Soul Silver. So let's just put Dream Ball because it's a Dream World Pokemon, and since you can only catch it in the entry forest, all Dream World Pokemon are only obtainable at level 10. Here are the dates that you met it in. It could be anything as long as it's not like the year 1992 or like the year 2026. As long as it's like a reasonable year, like after March 6th or something like that. Now for a counter, always pick this option right here. That's Egg, Pal Park Events, Honey Tree, and Shaman. If you put anything besides that, it's not going to count as a legitimate Pokemon. Fatal Encounter, only click on this if you're making a Wi-Fi not a Wi-Fi Pokemon, but like an event Pokemon, like a Darkrai or something like that. But just leave it alone if you're not going to make an event Pokemon. Here are the EVs. You could put a maximum stat of like 252, and nothing more than that. Pretty much just put down whatever you want to use for your Pokemon, whatever floats your boat. IVs, you could put anything random, so like 31, 28, 30, stuff like that. Here are contest stats. This only matters for Ruby and Sapphire Pokemon, as well as Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum Pokemon. You know, make sure the max stat's 255, and then make sure the Sheen is 255, because if you don't max out the Sheen, you're gonna have a high contest stat. The problem is it's gonna look like you didn't give it a single Pokeblock or Poffin. So yeah, make sure you max out the Sheen as well. Attacks, make sure you pick attacks that it can actually learn. Nothing crazy like a Flareon with Flare Blitz, because I know we all want that, but it doesn't exist, so don't use it. So, you know, put anything random like Poison Jab, Earth Power, Ice Beam, things that Nidoking can learn. ID. Now, if you're gonna make this an actual Pokemon, and you want to if you want to make this a legitimate Pokemon, you're gonna have to know the ID and the secret ID. Only if you want to make it look like you caught it. Like you could put like your regular ID. So for mine, it's 12085 for black and white. You could put your regular ID, but without the secret ID, even if it's the matching ID, it's still gonna count as a traded Pokemon because you don't have your secret ID with you. So I'm not gonna put down mine because I want to keep that a secret. But yeah, just put down the secret ID after you use some kind of action replay code. Type it in, and then it will actually look like you caught it. And then, you know, put your trainer name, which is for me Owen. Make your trainer female or male, whatever. Here are the markers. You don't really need to use them at all. These are only good for I like to use these markers as a reminder. So like, you know, each marker would count as a stat. So circle would be HP, triangle would be attack, square would be defense, heart would be special attack, star would be special defense, and diamond would be speed. That's just what I like to use. Nothing too big. Ribbons, you could pick whatever ribbon you want. Don't use these if you're making a Pokemon that you caught in black and white, because you can't get any ribbons in this game unless it's an event Pokemon. But if it's like a Pokemon from a previous generation, you could go crazy with these ribbons right here. I would avoid these ones because these are only if you join tournaments or if you got it from any events. So yeah, now I'm going to show you an example of a completed Pokemon. So I'm going to go to my PokeGen folder. Here is my trademark Blaziken Phoenix. It's different from my Let's Play Toro. So yeah, as you can tell, I have the nature, the nickname, the item, the ability. I got it from Sapphire. The PID number is already generated by itself. See, I Poke transferred it. The same encounter. Stats are legitimate. Make sure you don't exceed the max stats, which is 508. That has to be your EV total no matter what. You can make it 510, but that involves using the Pokemon virus glitch, which is right here, but I wouldn't want to mess with that. Attacks right here that it can normally learn, which is good. I don't have a secret ID because it doesn't really matter because this is a traded Pokemon. I have my markers right here, so maxed out attack and maxed out speed. I have plenty of ribbons right here. And then all you have to do to save it to your DS game is set it right here after you save it. And then you set it right there. Tools, code generator, whatever game you want, so white, English. Button command, you can put whatever you want. Select is the easiest command for me. And then go to selected Pokemon and go to generate and then party 1. So copy this code and then save it to whatever action replay manager you have. I usually use this one, the one from Daytail. So, you know, you could use this for your DS methods or whatever. So yeah, just copy and paste this code to your manager and then save it to your action replay, and then there you go, you have it in your DS. But like I said, this is party 1, so make sure that you have like a Pokemon you don't care about, like Patrat or a Rattata or something like that, so that way this Pokemon replaces the old Pokemon. So instead of having a level 5 Rattata, you get yourself like a level 100 Dragonite. So yeah, that's pretty much the tutorial for right now, so hopefully you guys learned from this, and yeah, I will see you guys in future episodes. See ya.